The night that broke me and made me. They called me a nobody at my own welcome party. The whispers stung like knives, each one slicing deeper into my heart. They thought I was chasing his wealth, unworthy of their golden boy. But when my sister stormed in, their smug smiles vanished. What happened next flipped my world upside down. Hi, I'm Mia, and this is the wildest night of my life. If you've ever been judged, betrayed, or made to feel small, this story will hit you hard. Buckle up because this tale of love, betrayal, and redemption is a roller coaster. Don't forget to subscribe to Tears and Traps and hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Chapter 1: A Chance Meeting. 6 months ago, I was sketching in my favorite bookstore cafe, lost in my art as a freelance illustrator. My table was a mess of pencils and half-finished drawings when Ethan bumped into it, knocking my coffee everywhere. Oh, instead of rushing off, he grabbed napkins, apologized a million times, and offered to buy me another drink. His messy brown hair, warm hazel eyes, and shy grin made my heart skip. We talked for hours about my sketches, his job as a graphic designer, and our shared love for old sci-fi movies. Ethan didn't care that I lived in a tiny studio apartment or that my boots were scuffed. He listened, really listened, when I talked about my dream to illustrate children's books. Our connection felt effortless, like we'd known each other forever. Soon, Ethan was my everything. He'd surprise me with little gifts, a sketchbook, a single daisy, or pizza after a long day. When I showed him my latest drawings, he'd grin like I'd created a masterpiece. I knew he came from money, his leather jacket was designer, his car was fancy, but he never made me feel less. He loved my cozy, cluttered apartment, calling it perfectly you. But when he invited me to meet his family at a small gathering, a tiny knot formed in my stomach. Something in his voice, a flicker of worry, made me wonder what I was walking into.
Chapter 2: The Mansion of Judgment. The small gathering was at a mansion that looked like it belonged in a movie. Towering columns, glowing chandeliers, and a driveway packed with shiny cars screamed wealth. I wore a simple navy dress, classy but affordable, and felt like a fish out of water. Ethan squeezed my hand. "It's just a house, Mia. They'll love you." But his tight smile didn't reassure me. Inside, the air was thick with perfume and arrogance. Ethan's mother, Victoria, floated over in a silk gown, her blonde hair swept into a flawless updo. "Mia, darling," she said, her smile cold as ice. Her eyes scanned my dress, my plain earrings, my everything. I thanked her for hosting, but her "You're welcome, dear," felt like a warning. Then came Ethan's cousin, Lauren, with her sharp cheekbones and sharper tongue. "So you're an artist?" she said, like it was a dirty word. "How quaint. Must be nice to doodle for a living." I forced a smile. "I love creating stories through art. It's my passion." Lauren smirked. "Passion doesn't pay the bills, does it?" As the night dragged on, I caught every side-eye, every whisper. "She's cute, but really? For Ethan? She must be after his trust fund." My heart sank with every word. Ethan was busy charming his aunts and uncles, oblivious to the viper circling me. I stood by a buffet table, clutching a glass of wine, feeling smaller by the second. Chapter 3: The Breaking Point. The whispers grew bolder. In a corner, Lauren and her friends didn't bother lowering their voices. "She's so basic," one said. "Ethan deserves better than some starving artist." Another laughed. "She's probably dreaming of his bank account." My hands shook. I wanted to scream, to tell them I loved Ethan for his heart, not his wallet. Victoria cornered me near the grand staircase. "Mia, you seem sweet," she said, her voice syrupy but sharp. "But Ethan's world is different. He needs someone who understands our lifestyle. Are you sure you're ready for that?" Her words cut deep, planting doubts I'd fought to bury. I looked for Ethan, desperate for his warmth. But he was laughing with his cousins, unaware of my crumbling world. Then I overheard Lauren again, mocking my art. Can you imagine her at a gala? She'd probably show up with paint on her face. The group cackled, and something inside me snapped. I stepped forward, my voice shaking but clear. My art means everything to me. It's not a hobby, it's my life. I love Ethan, not his wallet. I'm sorry you can't see that. The room froze. Lauren's smirk faded. Victoria's face tightened. Ethan finally noticed, rushing over. "Mia, what's wrong?" But it was too late. I was done.
Chapter 4. The Unexpected Savior. I stepped onto the balcony, tears burning my eyes. My phone buzzed, a text from my sister, Ava. "How's it going? Need me to crash that fancy party?" Ava, 5 years older, had always been my rock. She'd worked double shifts to help me afford art school, never letting me feel small. I texted back, "Please come, I need you." Minutes later, headlights pierced the darkness. Not one car, but 3 sleek black SUVs rolled up. My jaw dropped. Out stepped Ava, not in her usual jeans, but in a tailored black suit, her auburn hair sleek, her presence commanding. Behind her, a team of security guards fanned out, looking like they meant business. See, I never told Ethan's family about Ava. She wasn't just my big sister. She was Ava Harper, tech mogul, founder of Harper Innovations, a billion-dollar company she built from a garage startup. I kept it quiet because I wanted to be loved for me, not her name. Ava strode toward me, her heels clicking. "Hey, kid," she said, hugging me tight. "Let's fix this." The mansion doors swung open, and Victoria's face paled as she recognized Ava. Whispers spread like wildfire. "Is that Ava Harper? The tech billionaire?" Chapter 5. The Truth Unleashed. Ava walked into the mansion like she owned it, her security team trailing. I followed, heart pounding. The crowd parted, their smugness replaced by shock. Victoria stammered, "Miss Harper, we had no idea Mia was my sister." Ava cut in, her voice like steel. "You didn't know because she didn't want you to. She wanted to be judged for who she is, not my name." She scanned the room, locking eyes with Lauren. "But you judged her anyway. You mocked her art, her life, her love for Ethan. You called her a gold digger." Ethan looked like he'd been punched. "Mia, I didn't know they were saying those things." I shook my head. "You should have seen it, Ethan. You should have stood up for me." His silence broke my heart all over again. Ava continued, her voice steady. "Mia's worth isn't tied to money or status. She's an artist who brings joy to the world. She's stronger than all of you combined." She turned to me. "You ready to go?" I nodded, tears falling, but my head high. As we left, I heard the whispers, panic about lost business deals, ruined reputations. I didn't care. I was free. Chapter 6. A New Beginning. The next day, I mailed Ethan's promise ring back with a note, "I hope you find someone your family approves of. I'm done chasing their acceptance." Months later, I met Lucas, a fellow artist who loved my sketches and my heart. When he met Ava, he just smiled and said, "Cool sister, but you're the real star." That night at the mansion taught me my worth.
I don't need fancy cars or a famous last name. I'm enough, just as I am. If this story hit you, smash that like button and subscribe to Tears and Traps for more raw, real stories. Bing. Share it with someone who needs a reminder of their own strength. Your worth isn't what others think, it's who you are.